Hello and welcome to RCGC Today. I'm your host, Diane Carbonetta. In November, 7 distinguished alumni were added to the Rowan College at Gloucester County Alumni Hall of Fame. Here's a look at this year's inductees. Linda Hurlburt, Vice President of Academic Services, introduced inductee Sergeant Major James T. Adams, Jr. Honored as the 2016 Person of the Year at the RCGC Foundation Gala, the Sergeant Major has dedicated his life to serving both his country and his community. Since enlisting in the United States Marine Corps, he has served in-country and abroad, been assigned to 9 U.S. embassies, and provided support for the 1993 Presidential Summit with President Bill Clinton and Boris Yeltsin from the Commonwealth of the Republic of Russia. His personal decorations include the Meritorious Service Medal, the Navy and Marine Corps Commendation Medal, the Navy and Marine Corps Achievement Medal, and the Outstanding Volunteer Service Medal. John Ortiz, Director of the Career and Academic Planning Center, introduced inductee Patricia Van Adder. Patricia has been involved in the Phi Theta Kappa Honor Society for 18 years, beginning at Gloucester County College, where she was a chapter officer and a member of the All-New Jersey academic team. Not only was she an active member of the society, she was also the recipient of the President's Medallion for Service and Leadership. As a charter member of the Middle States Regional Alumni Association, Patricia served as president in 2003 through 4 and was later named the Middle States Regional Coordinator. Now, after years of being a member of Phi Theta Kappa, she has chosen to serve on the Society's Board of Directors and, at their January 2016 meeting, was elected as the board's vice chair for a 3-year term. Dr. Frederick Keating, president of Rowan College at Gloucester County, introduced inductee Thomas J. Carasino. Thomas, president of Hungerford and Terry Incorporated, began his career at Gloucester County College. After graduation, he went on to complete a vigorous hands-on training program at Hungerford and Terry, where he has been employed for almost 40 years. He has been a member of the Board of Directors since 1994 and held the position of Vice President of Operations, overseeing all of the company's daily operations for 11 years before taking over as president in 2014. For more than 23 years, he served as Vice President on Elk Township's Board of Education. Senator Fred Madden, Dean of the Division of Law and Justice, introduced inductee John J. Marault. John has a long and accomplished record of public service in the field of law enforcement. A member of the Deptford Township Police Department for 30 years, he moved up through the ranks from patrolman to chief of police before retiring in 2009. During that time, he served in the Military Intelligence Branch of the U.S. Army Reserves and the New Jersey Army National Guard. John also has taught courses at the Gloucester County Police Academy. Today, the Mullica Hill resident is the Military Veteran Initiative Coordinator for the New Jersey State Parole Board, where he works to assist veterans who are experiencing criminal justice issues upon their return from active duty. Randy Davidson, Director of Institutional Advancement, introduced inductee Anthony J. Pacifico, Jr. Anthony began his career as a commercial banking officer at Industrial Valley Bank in Philadelphia. He has served as vice president at 7 different South Jersey banking institutions and is currently serving as senior vice president at First Colonial Community Bank in Cherry Hill. Anthony's career is rich with awards and accomplishments, including the College Professional Circle of Success Award and the UJB Chairman's Award. He has served as the GCC Alumni and Student Government President and advisor to the GCC Board of Trustees, and is currently a member of the Rowan College at Gloucester County Foundation Board of Directors. In 2015, an endowment in the family's name was donated to provide financial and educational support to Rowan College at Gloucester County Business Administration students. Charles Harkins, and Rowan College at Gloucester County English professor, introduced inductee Elizabeth S. Pappas. Elizabeth has enjoyed 31 years in the field of education, a journey that began at Gloucester County College, where she played on the college's first field hockey team and was awarded the first MVP award in 1970 through 71. Elizabeth was named the first female athletic director in the Tri-County Conference at Salem High School before changing roles, becoming a counselor at Pittman High School, where she was later recognized as Gloucester County's County High School Counselor of the Year. Elizabeth returned to her athletic roots in 2000 as a supervisor of athletics, health, and physical education at Pennsville Memorial High School until her retirement in 2005. Brian Rowan, Executive Director of Athletics, introduced inductee Albert G. Sy. Albert, a 1971 Gloucester County College graduate, was the college's first All-American athlete after twice finishing second in the National Junior College Wrestling Championships. 2 times he was named Most Valuable Wrestler and is a member of both the Gloucester County College Sports Hall of Fame and the University of Arizona Sports Hall of Fame. Cy was also inducted into the National Junior College Wrestling Hall of Fame, and in 1992 was honored with the Gloucester County College Alumni Silver Anniversary Circle of Success. All of us here at RCGC Today and at Rowan College at Gloucester County would like to congratulate the 2016 Alumni Hall of Fame inductees. We'll be right back with more RCGC Today.
Discover a better way to pursue your education at Rowan College at Gloucester County. RCGC offers in-demand degrees, flexible schedule choices, and the best tuition value in New Jersey. Visit rcgc.edu to register.
Welcome back to RCGC Today. Registration is now open at Rowan College at Gloucester County for both the winter and spring semesters. Here to give us some details are John Ortiz, Director of the Career and Academic Planning Center, and James Dean, President of the Student Veterans Organization. Thank you both for being here today, guys.
Thanks for having us.
Absolutely. So, John, now that registration has opened, what do students have to do to get signed up for classes?
Well, students who are with us this semester had an opportunity for the last 5-6 weeks to register. Now, yesterday began the period where brand new students or students who are attending other colleges and are coming home for the winter break can take our 5-week winter classes, and then many of them will just be transferring back to their schools.
Okay, now, what do students do to register? You go to the Student Services Building, is that correct?
Well, all students have to get a record created for them by the admissions office, which would result in a ID number. Then from there, if they need to be coming in to see one of us. These days, the college has expanded hours. We're now open on Mondays and Wednesday nights. And so from 9 till 7 o'clock on Monday and Wednesdays, and then 9 to 4 on the other days.
And is there anything that students should come prepared with, anything they need to bring with them?
If they're taking any course that requires a prerequisite, and they have taken it at another college, an unofficial transcript will help us do the advisement that we need. Only the students who are coming in from other colleges, who are coming in to be one of our students and pursue a degree, then they will later on will need an official transcript. But for the short-term advisement, an unofficial copy will do.
So, James, you're going to look familiar to a lot of our viewers. You not only spoke very movingly during RCGC's Veterans Day event, but you also are the face of our winter and spring registration campaign now.
Yes.
So, as president of the Student Veterans Organization and a veteran yourself, can you tell us a little bit about what things are in place to help veterans transition into academic life?
Mrs. Kathy and Miss Roxanne are our veterans counselors. They get you in the right direction, and like you were saying, it took me probably 2 minutes to get my student number set up, and from that point, get registered for winter classes, which is when I started last year. And it's very easy to do, and I mean, we have that in place. We have the student lounge, or the veterans lounge in place, where you can talk to other veterans and get help in everything, and directions, and even your homework. You know, computer access, printer access, everything you would need. So.
It's great, and I'm sure it's also an opportunity to network with people who are in a similar, situation.
Absolutely, absolutely. I think I've met more friends in there than I have in the past couple of years. Just through the school and through the veterans lounge.
Well, that's great that there's such a tight-knit community there. Thank you both for stopping by to talk to us today. And James, thank you not only for your service, but for working to make sure that other veterans know what kind of opportunities academic-wise are available to them.
Sure, thank you.
We'll be right back with more RCGC Today.
Discover a better way to pursue your education at Rowan College at Gloucester County. RCGC offers in-demand degrees, flexible schedule choices, and the best tuition value in New Jersey. Visit rcgc.edu to register.
Hi, I'm Brian Rowan, Executive Director of Athletics here at Rowan College at Gloucester County. We're here today to give you a fall sports recap and talk about some exciting things happening in the Roadrunner Athletics program and in our world. One thing that we just finished up our fall sports season, and to give you a brief recap, we've had some national success once again. We're really proud of our teams and how each one of them does. Our men's soccer team had their very best season since 1996 under head coach George Hobbins. They had a great year and had the Conference Player of the Year and Region Player of the Year in Brian Palangi, a Deptford High School graduate. On the women's side, our team made the national tournament once again, winning both the conference and the region, finishing 8th at the NJCAA Division III National Championship Tournament. We're very proud of Megan Rutler, the head coach, and their staff, and everything they've done year in, year out. And we also had in women's soccer the Player of the Year in Casey Lubanski from Washington Township High School. So that was outstanding. Once again, our cross-country teams did very well. The women's team finished 4th at the NJCAA National Championship event, and the men's team finished in a very respectable 7th place. Head coach Ryan Hughes and assistant coach Angela Dunn have consistently done excellent work for us with that program. And we even had 2 NJCAA All-Americans, our first for this year, in Jordan Austin, a member of our women's team, and James Kennedy, a member of our men's team. So that's great success. And one of the things that we brought with us today to show off is the CAA NJ Cup, and that's here with us. And we just received that at a luncheon 2 weeks ago. And the CAA NJ is an organization that represents all collegiate athletic administrators in the state of New Jersey. So we were the winners for the non-scholarship junior college division. And also on the stage with us accepting awards this year were Stevens Tech for Division III and Princeton University for Division I. So that we feel like we're in pretty high standing with that. The CAA NJ Cup represents best overall success among your whole program. And that's something we've been proud of with 14 sports, the success of every single one of them, not just focused in on 1 or 2 sports. We brought that with us, and we also brought with us a young man who helped us a great deal in earning this award last year, and that's Toby Haig, who's a member of our wrestling program. So welcome to Toby, and thanks for being here with us today.
Thank you, Mr. Rowan.
Toby was an All-American last year at the 149-pound weight class, and you know we've had 6 national championships in the sport of wrestling. It's one of our best sports, and guys like Toby are the bricks and the mortar of that. Toby, just tell us a little bit about what your path that got you here to RCGC and what you like about the program.
Coming out of high school, I received a scholarship to a 4-year school, University of Maryland. A lot of stuff didn't go as planned, and I was out of school. I'm from Gloucester County, so I decided to attend RCGC, and I was nervous at first, nervous on the athletic side, but then when I got there, everything just fell into place. I mean, it's a great place to be. I mean, I was able to excel there and work really hard every day, and great coaching, great staff, and which led me to be an All-American and achieve some dreams I had since I've been a little guy. So.
That's great to hear, Toby. And also a fun wrestler to watch, which is, it's exciting. And some people that are new to the sport, they come in, you're one of the guys, we can say, hey, come watch a match that Toby's in, and you'll probably get a real understanding of what wrestling is all about. One thing this year, a transition for you guys with a new coach and head coach Mike Wilcox. And Mike's somebody we are really, really excited about to have. And talk a little bit about how that's going so far.
It's always great to have an ex-wrestler as your coach. Mike Wilcox, an alumni of RCGC. He was an All-American at RCGC and All-American or national champ at Del Val. So it's great that he understands the sport and he understands what it takes to be at the top of a Division III college, and so it translates into being at the top of the NJCAA. Mike's a hardworking guy. He knows what it takes to be the best, and he's really getting our team together and bringing us together to be national champs this year.
Hey, that's great. So we're going to look forward to really good things with you this season, Toby, and we wish you the best. We'll be following a couple of events coming up for us. February 11th, we'll be hosting at our place the NJCAA District Tournament, which is a qualifier for nationals where you'd have a chance to qualify, go back to the national tournament, earn All-American status again. So we're pretty excited about that. We'll be showing that online as we have been with many of our events, which now you can see on our YouTube channel. Go right to our website, rcgc.edu/athletics. Find the YouTube link and watch some of our events online. And also follow us on social media on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram at RCGC Athletics. Thanks again for having us for this recap, and thanks to Toby for being here with us.
Thank you, Mr. Rowan.
You got it.
Discover a better way to pursue your education at Rowan College at Gloucester County. RCGC offers in-demand degrees, flexible schedule choices, and the best tuition value in New Jersey. Visit rcgc.edu to register.
Welcome back to RCGC Today. Rowan College at Gloucester County is committed to doing everything we can to support our military veterans and their families. On Veterans Day, the college unveiled parking spots designated for Purple Heart recipients so that wounded veterans can have an easier time visiting our campus. Immediately after the dedication, a ceremony was held honoring those who have served our country. I hope you enjoyed these highlights.
Would all the veterans that are here today please stand if you are able, so we can thank you for your service. You are our heroes. Through wartime and peacetime, at home and abroad, those of you who have worn the country's uniform deserve our gratitude and respect. We shall always remember the sacrifices made by you and your families. Thank you.
My son introduced me to Vet Sports, and I'm privileged to be a part of this wonderful nonprofit organization. Vet Sports is made up of a community of fearless heroes who answered the call of duty. Their mission is to help veterans overcome the challenges of reintegrating into society by focusing on physical, emotional, and mental health through sports, physical activity, and community involvement. Each year, the Vet Sports organization donates to a local charity or program. This year, we were honored to donate $500 to the Gloucester County Memorial Veterans Cemetery.
In a recent study, it was found that approximately 22 veterans a day commit suicide. Vet Sports programs and chapters create a continuous outlet to help combat those stats. And one of the key elements to our success is trying to reduce that number as we promote and fulfill a team atmosphere.
This is a very, very special day for all our veterans here, and every day I have the honor and privilege of working for our veterans, getting their college credits through, making sure they get paid so they can move on. At this time, I'd like to have all the RCGC veterans come forward. I would like to present Dr. Keating and trustee member Ruby Love, our military-friendly school for the 7th year in a row.
To those who have borne the battle, to his widow, to his orphan, I thank you on behalf of the Board of Trustees of this college. We thank you for attending here. We thank you for your service. Your commitment is one that could not be outdone in any way. So we thank you, we love you, we appreciate you.
On behalf of the college community, I would just like to say we're proud, we're thrilled to host this event annually. And as you just heard, this is the 7th year that this college has been nationally recognized as a military-friendly institution. And we take that more than an award. We take that as a motto. So we have a veteran student organization, we have a veterans center, we have a veterans counseling, academic advising, social and behavioral support, and this morning, a little bit earlier, we dedicated parking for Purple Heart veterans. And we're going to expand that concept to combat as well. So this award is more than that to this college. It's a great recognition and a reminder. So we asked ourselves a question just a few weeks ago, what's left? What could we do for a veteran that we haven't done? The Foundation Board and the College Board, with the endorsement of the Freeholder Board, are announcing today that we're going to have a newly established Gloucester County Veteran Scholarship. The monies will come from from both entities in a 50-50 relationship, which really is the support of the Freeholder Board. It will start this spring for the semester we're approaching. It will be the Gloucester County Veterans Scholarship Program, as I mentioned. It will be what we call last dollar scholarship. After everything else that the vet puts on the table through the bill, through financial aid, through scholarship and other, there is residual cost. Initially, this will be a $30,000 venture with the numbers we have today, and we hope to grow it. But this scholarship will pick up whatever is left. This will bridge the gap between all fees and tuitions. You must be a resident of Gloucester County and to have served in any branch of the military. And we will do this for 4 continuous semesters, which really leads to the associate degree. So the bottom line we're announcing today is that a veteran in Gloucester County can be educated at the county's college for nothing. As a small token, it is a small but a necessary token to allow a veteran to get on with their life through the gift of education and higher education, in our example. So on behalf of the county, we're proud to be the county's college and to participate and now seal the deal that we have received and reached down to a last dollar concern. So Judy Atkinson is the vice president here at the college. It will be her division that will implement the scholarship, and we'll begin publicizing it as of this moment. Thank you very much.
I can honestly tell you that this school has changed my life. I tell all the kids here, you know, you can do anything. You put one foot in front of the other. You can do anything in this life, and you just gotta want it. Through the Veterans Lounge, through Miss Leader, through Miss Roxanne, through Jeff, through the other guidance. The counselors, everybody here, they've made it easy for me to obtain A's in all my classes. They've made it easy for me to study. They made it easy for me to learn. And it's only through guidance and leadership and help from the people at this school. I'm moving forward after this semester to Rowan University. And I look forward to it in bettering my future, but I regret in having to leave the people behind at this school and the guidance and the help that I've received here. And on that note, I'd like to thank everybody and thank all of the current and future faculty and staff of this great establishment.
I want to tell you a story about a young fellow who was on his way to Vietnam in Fort Benning, Georgia, 1967. And I'm concerned about, why are we going to Vietnam? So I asked my platoon sergeant, I said, Sarge, why are we going to Vietnam? And Sarge said, well, son, it's the only war we got. So on November the 22nd, 1966, I took the oath and became RA 11-932-678, Private Walter Robert Golson III. One of the first things I noticed when I got to Vietnam was that pervasive smell that seemed to engulf the country, and the look on the faces of the soldiers who had been in country for a while. That smell, I learned later on, was a mixture of aviation fuel used to burn human waste material that was collected from the outhouses, gunpowder, and the stench of decaying life. That look on the faces of these combat veterans was called a 1,000-yard stare, a look that communicated that they had been there, seen that, done that. My wide-eyed look, on the other hand, told the seasoned soldiers that I was an FNG. And for some of you who don't know, that's Vietnam slang for the effing new guy. The cherry soldier who couldn't tell the difference between incoming and outgoing fire. For the last 8 months in Vietnam, I was a door gunner on a CH-47 helicopter, flying all over the country, seeing the war up close and personal. That experience changed me forever. I became hardened beyond my 19 years. I became cynical because I did not see the same enthusiasm from the South Vietnamese about the war we were fighting. I became numb to death and destruction that we were waging on this beautiful country and its impoverished people. I was no longer interested in winning the war. I was concerned about surviving each day. I had become just like those soldiers I saw on my first day in country with that vacant, heartless look of the battle weary. I had finally become a veteran because now I truly did not give two dead flies about anybody who was not a part of my team. There is not one day that goes by that I cannot recall my time in Vietnam. There's not one day when I do not think about and suddenly flash back to that year in Vietnam and the men I served with and those who died while serving, and I wonder how I made it out. Despite all these negatives, I am still proud to have served my country even though I didn't know why then. I will forever have a special bond with my band of brothers that surpasses race, creed, color, religion. So when I see someone wearing one of those Vietnam vets caps, I ask, what year were you there and what unit were you with? And I say, welcome home, brother. And I mean it, because many of us were not welcome when we came back from Vietnam. I say welcome home because not everybody who lost their lives died in Vietnam. And many of us who came back from Vietnam have never really left there. So to all my service brothers and sisters, I say thank you, and may God bless you and your families. Thank you very much.
Those few put on the uniform, step up, and are prepared to give the ultimate sacrifice. Walter, you reminded us of that, and I thank you, and I thank you for your service. My son served, and that's what first reminded me that you read the newspaper differently. When your son or daughter is serving, your mother or father. To those that have served, those that will serve, our heart goes out to you.
For you to put your life on hold, whether it was for 2 years, whether it was for a career, and as your family was back home and they were celebrating great things that were happening in their family, joyous occasions, sorrowful occasions, you weren't there for that. So I thank you for your sacrifice.
Thank you. Thank every single veteran that has served, that is serving now, and keep them all in your prayers, because this is not a safe world. It's a very dangerous world, and we have an army, we have a military force that's willing to go wherever, whenever, without being asked why, just to do the best thing for this nation.
Today is for remembering. Stand in honor of them. Walk in their path of duty. Remember their cost, and hold in your heart the cause of freedom. Dear God, we remember today, Veterans Day, our veterans.
That's all for this episode of RCGC Today. Thanks so much for watching, and we're going to leave you with some highlights from the RCGC Student Government Association's Tasty fundraiser for their Giving Tree project.